All right. Welcome back to the Huskies Dynasty. This is week 6, and last week we beat Stanford pretty handily. Unfortunately, we suffered two major injuries and one mild concussion. First off, Vonzel McDowell, a young sophomore cornerback, suffered a forearm fracture. That's going to last about 7 weeks, which pretty much I assume would probably end this season, or maybe he'll be back in time for a bowl game. Either way, we decided to burn a red shirt on him. We applied for a medical hardship, and we were granted that hardship. So we're going to sit him down for the rest of the year, save a year. That way, when he comes back next year, he's not a junior. He'll actually be a redshirt sophomore. Quentin Richardson. This one hurt pretty bad. This young man had an interception against Stanford. Was playing well. As a matter of fact, the play where he got hurt, he actually tore his rotator cuff on that play where he stopped the running back for a loss of game and tore his rotator cuff. Got up, was holding his shoulder in serious pain. He's going to be out for the season. Unfortunately, he's already been redshirted. We applied for a hardship and we were denied that hardship. Vince Taylor, young man, true freshman, mild concussion. He'll be back next week. Obviously, no need to apply for a hardship. As you can see that green right there, we could apply for it. Let me let you see how that looks. Do you want to apply for medical redshirt? Obviously, we do not. So he'll be back in a couple of weeks. So that's good news on that front. On the recruiting front, we are out here heavy. We're going to these homes, eating all this nasty, salty food, trying to make a connection with these kids' parents. We need some of these kids to come out of school. Our main 2 targets. First target, Dan Oliver out of Santa Ana, California. The number 1 prospect at tackle, 6'6", 275. Good frame on him. Not as big as we would like, but I love his height. He has pretty decent interest. Unfortunately, Fresno State is a bit ahead of us. We need to overcome them and Hawaii. So we have a good amount of points on him, 30 points. The next prospect we're looking at is David Fisher out of San Bernardino, California. He's the number 2 prospect at his position, defensive end. 6'2", 255, good size. We can actually try to get him to come visit. I'm thinking, should we do that right now? Should we invite him for an official visit? Let's schedule a visit for this kid. Well, we play Washington State on the road, so let's go ahead and book him for the Oregon State game. We'll book him for that game. We have no pitch feedback for him. He has good discipline, which is good. Average potential. So we'll move down the list, see if anybody's looking for a visit. No. And the rest of these kids have opted not to attend our university, which is fine. We have some good prospects on the board. We have some pretty good. We're not worried about this center. I wanted to use him to try to gain a foothold in Texas, but it's just not worth it. We'll try to do that during off-season recruiting. But in the meantime, let's try to hold these kids down. Let's try to hold them down and see how it goes. I'm looking forward to see what happens with these 2 4-star guys. They could really help our program, like really just right away. They can step in and play. So our next opponent is Arizona. We traveled to the desert to face these guys. They have a really good scoring offense. Total offense ranked number 19 in the nation. Their rush offense is 18. Pass offense is 38. Our offense is really middle of the road, if that. Our pass offense has been a huge disappointment. That's something we really need to work on in practice, and we have been doing that. Very proud of our rush defense, which has been stellar. Especially when you you take into the account that game that Oklahoma put on us, where they performed pretty well in the pass game and the rush game. So overall, our defense is okay. Our pass defense needs a little bit tuning up, but other than that, we're doing all right. We're finding ways to win, and we're finding ways to win conference games, which is important. Our turnover differential is not where we need it to be. We need to be plus 1.5, plus 2 in that area. So we need to work on that. We need to protect the ball, and we need to take away the ball. I mean, it's simple. Football is a difficult game, but when it comes down to it, the most important stat in football, and I'm not a ball coach, but one thing I know, The most important stat in football is turnover differential. If you could turn the ball over more than your opponent, or if you could force more turnovers than your opponent, you're usually going to win the ball game. And taking away the ball can make up for a lot of weaknesses on the offensive side of the ball. Okay, here we have a look at Arizona's depth chart. Pretty good starting quarterback. He's a star player, Willie Tuatama. I believe that's correct. Tuatama. Yes, pretty good player. He's a senior, 6'3", 218. Let's check his good awareness for a quarterback. So we're going to have to watch him. Good throw power, decent throw accuracy. Well, actually, that's pretty good throw accuracy. For me, anything under 80 is when you start having trouble with quarterbacks. So he's a pretty good player. His backup's solid too. Very solid. A good runner. Yeah, so pretty good quarterbacks. Their starting running back, Xavier Smith, is suspended for 1 game. We're going to have to check that out. He's suspended, but even with that said, he's got a pretty good backup in Nick Grigsby. Let's go through this a bit. Average fullback. Their starting wide receiver is hurt. Their star player, who's actually not their best wide receiver, their impact player, I mean, is going to step up and play that flanker position. He's 5'11", 194. Pretty good awareness. Good, okay agility. That's going to be a big loss, them losing that big stud wide receiver. Big stud. That guy's 5'8". I called him a big stud wide receiver. He's a good player, but he ain't a big stud. So either way. All right, let's move on to time. And look who we have here. Mr. Rob Gronkowski. I don't know what type of freshman season he had, but this is his sophomore season, and I'm thinking I should have reworked his stats or his ratings, because he's kind of a bit underrated here. I'm sure Justin Wise or Robbo, one of you guys can jump in the comments and tell me what kind of year Gronk had his freshman year. Did he have his big year in his sophomore years to where he jumped up to where he was one of the best tight ends in the country? You guys could probably help us out with that. So let's check out that line. 82 overall for their starting left tackle, protecting the blind side. That pass block number is not where you want it. You want your pass block in the high 80s, 90s. He's got excellent strength. He's a 6'7", 340. He's a monster. Watch out for that matchup against that right defensive end. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch that. Let's keep an eye on that. Diaz, pretty good player, good strength. Their center, lacking in strength a bit. Right guard as well, still a decent player. There's another stud right there, 6'6", 310, good strength. Let's check his pass block, run block, and excellent pass block, run block. They have really, really good tackles, very good tackles. This is probably going to be a tough game. 92 overall left defensive end. He's first 10 Pac-10 preseason. 78 speed, good strength for left end as well, for defensive end. And his tackling is 84. His line mate is pretty good as well. Not as athletic as he is. And he's not as good of a tackler. Defensive tackles, good strength on those kids. Good strength on both of them. This guy's very much undersized, but he's strong as a bull. So we'll have to watch that. Good tacklers as well. Linebackers, for me, anytime you see anything high 70s and up into the low 80s, mid 80s, I consider that decent speed for a linebacker. Middle linebackers are good. Yeah. Great speed on all of their cornerbacks are faster than our receivers, except for Wade. Yeah, I don't know, man. This might be a tough game. I don't remember saying that for the Stanford game. What kind of awareness? I'm not trying to modify. I wanted to sort this out. So I'm checking their awareness. Hundley is smarter than Ross, but he's also a senior. We're going to have to watch him. This guy can make plays. You see a cornerback with that type of awareness, they can make plays. Good agility, which means they're gonna get to the ball. They're gonna adjust to the ball well. good acceleration on this guy, and Turner as well. They could cause us some problems. We might have to focus on the running game, y'all. Safeties, which that's safety speed. We see safeties in the 80s. Not so good awareness. I mean, this guy has a little bit above average awareness. This guy would consider 70 average awareness, or maybe a little bit below average. Those are pretty basic free safeties, and the strong safeties are even slower. Nelson has good awareness. He's the starter. All right, kickers. I don't even know why I look at kickers, because the CPU is just going to make every kick they attempt anyway. So, punter. All right, that's the depth chart. Checking out the top 10, Ohio State leads at the number 1 position, 5-0. Florida at 4-0. Oklahoma at 4-0 with 1 first place vote. Missouri at number 4, undefeated, and Wisconsin, Big Ten representing, at 4-0 undefeated. Two Big Ten teams in the top 5, which is impressive. Now scrolling down, USC has fallen off a bit. They got a big win over Oregon State, but they lost to, I'll have to off camera check and see who they lost to a couple weeks back. Arizona State is still number 11. They had a bye week. They're still undefeated. I'm not sure if they're on the schedule. I have to check and see. But those are the 2 teams that are in the top 25. And oh, we have a surprise. We jumped back into the top 25 after not being ranked the previous week. So there it is, guys. Let's get to the field, man. Let's play some football. We are at Arizona. We're headed to the desert. They're going to try to bear down and do their thing, but we need to overcome. It's probably going to be hard to audible. I don't know what type of crowd they have, so we have to make it happen. Try to come out of there with a big road win. I'll see you at the field.
Hi everybody, Brad Nessler along with my partners Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso. The Mercury will be reaching high levels today in this matchup between the Washington Huskies and the Wildcats of Arizona. Halfway through the season, and the race in the Pac-10 is heating up. Teams are on the field, and we're just about ready to open things up. He hits a booming kick. Number 23 fields it in the end zone. He jukes. Now let's see.
He's going to torture this defense today.
Whoa, Coach. You're really expecting big things from this kid.
You bet I am. This secondary has a lot of holes in it, and they should be able to just pick it apart today.
The wideout comes up with a spectacular play.
Yeah, and if I'm the coach, I put a big circle around that play so I can remember to call that one again.
Defensive backs moving in closer.
On the goose.
Looks. Airing it out long. And he will score. They hooked up for the long touchdown there, guys.
What a great call. The quarterback knew he had the matchup that he wanted, and he took advantage of it.
And how about that receiver? He made a great catch.
Washington comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Inside give, sheds one tackler, makes a move, and down he goes at the Huskies. Line up in an I formation. He's hit and got away, and he's taken down at the 31. That's the receivers bunched. Blocker, back to pass, looks, deep pass down the right side, and he's got it! He can provide some excitement.
He sure can. And the thing that makes this play successful is the fact that he's on the same page with his quarterback. Sometimes you see wide receivers that don't have their heads in the game, and they make stupid.
Up in the shotgun. Drops back. Surveys the field. Rolling out to the right side. 6 yards set. The kick is up. And the field goal is good. In their dime package. Ncaa drops back, steps up in the pocket. Oh, great catch. Line up with a single set backfield. They'll run for the first on 3rd and short. He's tackled at the 37.
On defense, it's all about instincts.
Arizona lines up in a goal line set. Play action. He's going right. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
Oh, man. Dropped passes just aren't acceptable. I don't care if you're getting hit.
Back to pass. He's looking. He's rolling left. Blocker is sacked. Drops back to pass. Looking. He rolls out to the right. Slings it right. Someone got a hand on it.
They're very fortunate that
Washington brings in their nickel package. Drops back to pass. Over the middle. Incomplete pass. 3 wideouts here. Blocker back to pass. Going deep. Lays it out there. He makes a diving catch. Unbelievable. And the wideout gets a chance to show what he can do.
Oh, he sure does. And he doesn't disappoint either. Great athletic ability.
Blocker drops to throw. He looks. He lets it go. And he's tackled right away.
You know, it's really easy to overlook those guys on the line.
Yeah, the defense came after them, and those linemen held them long enough for the quarterback to...
Back to pass. Throws down the middle. Another catch. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
The quarterback is
a single back. Blocker with the option. Broke away from one. Nelson tackles him for a loss on the play. Good penetration. Blocker drops back to pass. He passes it. And he came down with it. What a catch. That was a well-drawn-up play for the wideout.
Yeah, they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can thank the play calling there. Very impressive.
The Wildcats are lining up with 3 receivers. He guns it left side. And he has his back. He's wide open. The line with 3 wide. Ncaa back to pass. He passes it. It's complete. Long with a takedown at the 31-yard line.
I like that play call. Anytime you can get a first down on 3rd and long.
Ncaa with 4 wide receivers. Setting up the play action. He's going right. Found his man. And he's all the way down to the 28. With that pass, they pick up another first down.
And, Coach, you can feel the momentum building with each first down in this drive.
Sheds that one. It's on the ground. Recovered by the offense. The offense will keep possession after the fumble by the running back.
It's a good...
Washington lines up in a dime defense here. Ncaa back to throw. Lets it fly. Someone got a hand on it. So that'll bring up a 4th down. Arizona is down 3 and looking to tie it up. He gets it up. And it splits the uprights.
Not a bad kick to get your team 3 points, Kurt.
Yeah, he got some good leg behind it, and he kicked an accurate ball right between the...
Washington in a 5-wide set. Blocker drops to throw. Somehow gets the ball away. So they go. The Huskies bring in the nickel package. Drops back to pass. He throws it. Jones tackles him at the 38. And Kirk, that was a nice grab there.
You know,
the Wildcats are lining up with 3 receivers. Throws it. It's deflected. So they couldn't pick up the... Looks to pass. Looking. He rolls out to the left. There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds at the 41. Well, guys, he's scrambling around out there. They're having a lot of trouble bringing him down.
Hey, the secondary did their job in coverage, but they just couldn't contain the quarterback.
That's no easy task either, Coach. This guy has some...
Looking to throw. Looks. He throws it. Incomplete pass. The quarterback aired it out, but two. Lines up in a shotgun set. Blocker drops back to pass. He's rolling right. Looks like he's going to run. And they push him out at the 37-yard line. And that was a nice... Drops back to pass. He throws the screen. Complete to the true freshman. He gets hit out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And they're building some great momentum on this drive, guys.
That's right, Brad. That was a...
Steps back to pass. Rolls to the left. Blocker. Unloads. Touchdown, Washington. He connected with his receiver for a good play and a touchdown.
That was an excellent read by the quarterback.
The Wildcats come out in the shotgun. They hand it off. And down he goes at the 29. And they pick up 9 there. Shotgun set. A little juke. And he's tackled at the 44-yard line. Blocker drops back to pass. He's looking. Rolling out to the left side. Somehow gets the ball away. Picked off. And they make the stop at the 37.
That's his first pick of the season there, Coach.
Oh, he picked a good time to get an interception. This is a close game, and that turnover can be the difference maker later in the game.
Tuatama comes to the line with 3 wide. Tuatama back to throw. He lets it go. Got it to the senior. He made the Huskies bring in their dime package. Looks to pass. Looks. Lets it go. And that one's incomplete. Not much of a chance on that one.
Well, they had to go for it. They're at a point where there's not much.
Come out in the shotgun. He drops back. Looks. He rolls left. They bring the quarterback down. Drops back to pass. He lets it go. Catches it. Nelson brings him down for a loss. 3 and out. Tuatama steps back to pass. Looking. He unloads it. Finds his receiver who's all alone. Stevens with a takedown at the 45-yard line. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the...
Grigsby lines up as a single back. Grigsby on the run, and he tackles him hard at the 44. Grigsby gains about a yard on the play. That'll make it 2nd down. Stevens with the tackle at the 35. Goal line set. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. He throws right. Way to look it in.
You know, Coach, the tight end is such a valuable weapon in the passing game.
The Huskies bring in their dime package. Tuatama back to pass with a quick throw. Catches it. He's tackled at the 15.
Now that is...
Arizona comes out in the shotgun. He's gobbled up in the back. Tuatama unloads. The kick is up, and he got it. to throw. Throws it out there. The true freshman has it. The defense sets up in the dime. Grigsby gets another handoff. Tackle at the 28. And the half. The Wildcats line up with 4 wideouts. Tuatama drops back. Tuatama lets it go. And he's all the way down to the 44.
Hey, if they were ever looking for a playmaker, then they found one in...
Arizona goes with the ace set here. Sheds one tackler. Brought down at the 41-yard line. There's an injured player on the field. Arizona lines up in a shotgun set. Juke moves, and down he goes at the 26. And that'll give him another first down. Another run. They'll bring him down at the 26-yard line. Couldn't get anything out of that. Arizona in a 4-wide set. He drops back. He looks. He's wrapped up for the sack. The 4th-year man at defensive end brings down the quarterback for the sack.
That's exactly what you'd expect out of a senior. Big plays to fire this defense up.
Tuatama has 4 receivers lined up here. Looks to pass. Looks. Tuatama with time. Tuatama passes. And he's got it. Going the other way now.
Oh, man. A huge interception. That's a heartbreaker right there.
Wow, you're right about that one. If they could have found the end zone, they'd be winners today. But they turned it over at the worst possible point in the game. Unless there's a miracle, I do not want to be anywhere near their locker room when this one is over.
They'll give it off here. Gets past the tackler. And he's tackled at the 17. Number 24 picks up about 7 yards on the road. Comes to the line with 3 wide. Blocker on play action. Looking. Looks like he's going to run. 2. Blocker is back in the gun. Blocker drops to throw. Steps up. He throws left. Complete. What a catch. That ball was throws it. And he brings it down. Arizona will take their first time out of the half. Blocker still has it. Looks. He's rolling left. He keeps it. And they push him out at the 7. What an outstanding 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, and he showed pretty good quickness there, picking up.
Can't wrap him up. Palmer with the tackle at the 1. Well, I can't argue with this decision. Here are our players of the game. Washington lines up in a goal line set. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
Offsides, on defense, after this to a goal, still 3rd down.
So that's going to do it for this defensive battle. What are your final thoughts on this game, Kirk?
Without question, this is a tough loss for these players. Arizona played a great game, and they should be proud, but I was not impressed with the way they worked the clock towards the end of the game. Wiser play calling and better clock management, in my opinion, would have made a difference in this game.